Bro,
Just
what the Thunder have clinched the 1 seed already?
yeah, bro. I mean, they've been about to clinch the 1 seed.
Nigga, I understand the playoffs, but clinching the 1 seed with 16 games left?
Isn't Cleveland about to do the same thing?
Yeah, probably. They both have humongous leads.
Is Cleveland real?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 3 in the Key. We're back. It's March. My name is Grant, and I'll be honest. It's March. I've been watching a lot of college basketball recently, and I'm convinced that the more college basketball I watch, the worse my bracket is. I'm at like 20% right now. So I thought I was knowledgeable, but I guess not.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Kaim, and that means I'm doing well because this year I have more brackets filled out than college basketball games watched. I'm at about a 5-3 ratio, so we'll see how that goes. If Grant's theory is right, I should be taking W's in every league.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jay. I'm the host that thinks about how Fox Sports 1 swept that stuff under the rug real quick.
Yeah,
Had the Black TVs up there.
They actually just ate it.
It kept going. Honestly,
Joy Taylor covered up for a couple days, and then back to
she's back. What's that Michael Jordan mean? I'm back. No, that's funny. All right, so we got a great episode for you guys today. We're going to talk a little bit about who currently in the NBA is going to make the Hall of Fame and what their Hall of Fame probability is. So we'll have a nice little discussion about that. And then since it is March and March Madness did just start, we'll go a little bit into our brackets and our picks and see who's going to win our bracket challenge. All right. So let's get into it. We'll start off with Hall of Fame probability. We have a list of active players who are have the probability of being in the Hall of Fame. And of course, you know, you have the LeBrons, you have the Steph Currys. But let's talk about those people who aren't 100%. So here we have our list of active players, or a list of Hall of Fame players. The active are bold. But let's move into active players.
Yeah.
I think if you look at this list, what do you guys think about when you look at this list? The top 5 players are 100% probability, which honestly I agree with.
Fair. All 5 guys fair. I'm surprised Harden is at 100% and Westbrook's not.
Yeah.
Even though I can say like regular season Harden was probably better, I'm just surprised by it.
Yeah, I think overall their careers are pretty equivalent. I mean,
yeah.
They both got MVPs and no rings, and according to the formula,
I'll be honest. Which season was most impressive to y'all? Was it the triple-double MVP season, or when Harden was averaging 40 over 13 games?
I think James Harden has some. I actually think because James Harden doesn't get it done in the playoffs, and because he goes to the strip club, people have actually started to underrate him a little bit. Yes, like he's not going to be top 5 all time. You got to have rings. But what James Harden was doing in the regular season was literally like Kobe Bryant. He was playing like Kobe Bryant who could pass better for multiple regular seasons. And we're just acting like it didn't exist.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to Harden averaged 36 in Houston. 36 points per game for a full season. That's insane. He's had a season average of 34. I love the triple-double. But I think what James Harden was doing, I got to give him the nod because his team was also good. His team, if it wasn't for the Warriors, who were a dynasty, would have been the best team in the West during that stretch. So I give the slight edge to Harden, which I guess goes against my point, and I guess I can make sense of this list.
Got it. No, I agree. I agree that Harden's MVP season contributed to winning. It contributed to winning, and Westbrook, that Thunder team was 6-7.
Yeah,
6 team. Was that before the play-in? That was before the play-in.
Yeah, that was before the play-in. I mean, they were a good team.
They were good, but I wouldn't say empty stats, but it wasn't like they were going to go to the finals. It wasn't like they were going to the Western Conference Finals. But I mean, I think the only thing about Harden's legacy is it's tarnished by that 3-1 comeback because they let the Warriors come back on them boys. But other than that, you're right. It contributed to win.
I'm not going to lie. I just looked up Westbrook's season. I wasn't giving it the respect I deserved. Because what I didn't know is that it was a 32-point triple double.
Yes, bro.
I knew it was a triple double, but god dang, he was averaging 32, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Harden was giving you 36, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. That's pretty comparable. That's extremely comparable. Wow.
But on a winning squad. On a winning squad.
On a winning squad. I still probably will keep my answer on a winning squad. What'd you say, Jay?
I think it's still equivalent, bro. Like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, they both had those great MVP seasons. Nothing to show for it. That's why people forget. That's why people forget. And they call him Westbrook now, and they're making fun of James Harden when he was wearing the fat suit. Like,
Yo, do y'all think as we go through this list, do y'all think winning is overhyped? And what I mean by that is obviously to be the GOAT, you want to be winning, but like to be calling Westbrook like Westbrook and not respecting him like a legend, it's funny, but it does seem like, all right, bruh, we're not realizing what we saw. We got to grow. We were in our teens. We got to see one of the best point guards ever. And just because he didn't win a chip, we disrespect him for the rest of his career.
hey, I don't call him Westbrook. I was just saying that's what Russell Westbrook, one of my favorite players. You know, he's one of my favorite players. If Russell ever sees this, I want him to know that.
Yeah, bro.
He was.
I respect Russell. I think we're just spoiled, bro. I think we're spoiled. I think we look at the Jordans, we look at the LeBrons. I mean, LeBron made 8 straight finals. We're spoiled.
Yeah.
And
while Russ is in the league, that
Well, half these guys, all these guys are in the league.
all these guys.
And I think we attribute. I think for LeBron, we attribute winning only to LeBron. We're like if LeBron didn't win, like what is he doing?
Yeah.
But I feel like on these other teams, when you're not the greatest player in your generation, probably one of the greatest players ever, if not the greatest player ever, it depends on the team. It really depends on the team. If your team is not good, it's the NBA. It can't be 1v5. It can't be 1v5. So,
Well, see, I mean,
But like,
that's what Kobe said. I mean, Kobe said straight up, I like Harden, but it's going to be hard to win a championship with that style.
yeah.
but
It
if they had
was
been
1v5.
scoring, it would have been very possible.
Because who's their second option?
Chris
Capella?
Yeah, CP. Yeah, they had CP.
And then
they had,
it was probably like Eric Gordon.
yeah, they had like Capella. Oops. Well, who cares? Guess we're looking now. I thought I was going to go to a different tab.
Ryan Anderson, maybe?
Let me look. Let me look at this team.
He's a fucking legend.
All right. Mike D'Antoni was the coach.
Third in the West.
Yeah.
Oh, they had Melo? What the? I don't remember that at all.
He wasn't getting any burn, bro. He was not playing well.
All right, let's see who's leading these hobos in scoring.
Oh, yeah, PJ.
Clint. Yeah, it was Clint. So, I mean, James Harden was.
Yeah, it was.
36.
Capella's your second option? Yeah, don't matter.
Yeah, because that would be like Jackson Hayes being second in scoring on the Lakers. Like, that basically means Luke is just the whole entire offense.
Dang, Nene was on that squad.
Yeah, Nene, bro.
He was on that squad.
Kenneth Fareed. So I'm not gonna lie, you're right, Grant. Like looking back at it now, I respect Chris Paul. You said Melo was getting no burn. There's a minutes per. Nah, bro, you capped me, bro. Carmelo is basically a starter. But when you really look at this squad, James Harden was probably having to carry.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably having to carry. But let's get back to the goddamn topic because that made me think of Chris Paul. Chris Paul is 100%. Y'all agree with that, even though he hasn't won?
Yes. Chris Paul has run some of the best offenses I've ever seen.
That's true.
Like if Chris Paul played the same time as before or around the same time as Steve Nash, he'd probably have those MVPs too.
Yeah. Yes. I wish Steve Nash didn't have those MVPs, but I don't
know, bro. I don't know.
I respect CP.
Chris Paul is like his peak wasn't as high as Russell Westbrook or James Harden. That's a longevity Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So,
I see that because he was never the scorer.
But he was like the last true point guard.
Yeah, but bro, he's had 5 seasons leading the league in assists, bro.
mm-hmm.
And he's had 6 seasons leading the league in steal. Yeah, I just think what Jay's saying, like, he's just a point guard, bro. He's a point guard, and he was giving you 20 as well. I respect Chris Paul.
I'm
I
telling you.
actually feel bad he hasn't won. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But you know what? John Stockton didn't win either. So
Yeah, John, yeah, that's a great point.
John Stockton and Steve Nash both didn't win.
Hey,
That's a great point. It means, bro, as much as you need a complete team, it seems like the best skill, if you want to win, if you want to be the best skill is scoring. The best skill is pretty basic. Can you score the rock?
I mean, Chris Paul hasn't even been past the Western Conference Finals, so he hasn't even been to the finals.
Nah, he went that 1 year with the Suns.
He did go to the.
Yeah, I forgot about
He
that.
went,
I
he went,
forgot.
he went to the Suns and people made fun of him. And he was like,
Me too.
I can't wait to get back here.
Yeah, he did say that.
I'm
Bro.
addicted to the finals. Like get ready to get sober, buddy.
I do remember that, bro. I remember that because I just remember in back-to-back years, the Lakers went to the finals. Then the Sun, well, Lakers won obviously in the bubble. Then the Suns went to the finals, and then for the next 5 years, they decided to electively, systemically destroy NBA Finals teams, bruh, off their by choice. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a team by choice be like, you know what? We had a finals team. Let's just destroy it. Let's trade all of our players. Let's go ahead and go. I'm like, bruh,
Oh, that's what they do in the NFL. I was like, what's going on?
you're in the finals. What were they thinking?
But
God,
I can
dang.
you know how we have that like best player on the team is probably gonna win the game. Maybe that's what they thought. The best player in that finals was Giannis, and they're like, at the end of the day, we can't get by Giannis.
Yeah, so we need to go get KD, which I understand, but they traded KD. I mean, they got KD. They traded Mikal Bridges. They doubled down by getting Bradley Beal. Like, they had a full squad. They had Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, who we didn't know who those guys were then, but they were obviously very important.
Yeah.
All right. My surprise, and y'all stop me if you want to talk to anybody before this. My first true surprise is down at the bottom of the screen where Draymond is below Kyle Lowry.
I think Draymond should be.
That is a huge surprise to me, bruh. I almost think, here's why. If you just ask me my gut feeling, I don't think Kyle Lowry's going to the Hall of Fame, and I do think Draymond Green's going to the Hall of Fame. Straight up. Like, I don't know the exact percentage points. I just think that's how it's going to end up. In, like, when they retire, I think that's how it's going to end up. And so I'm surprised that Draymond's damn near 10% lower than Kyle.
Well,
76 is actually extremely disrespectful. I'm actually thinking.
Well, he won Defense Player of the Year and passed the ball to Steph Curry. Woody woo. I'm surprised that he's higher than Clay.
He is higher than Clay. I mean, yeah, because Clay has no awards. He's right there, though.
That's disrespectful, though, because, like, I mean, what about Rodman? Like, Rodman's in the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you're an important player on a dynasty, then it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, if you are one of the top 3 to 4 players and it's a real dynasty, bro, the Bulls, the goddamn Magic. Bro, the Magic Johnson Kareem Lakers got Michael Cooper, who is not even famous in the Hall of Fame. They got James Worthy.
Yeah.
Like, those Celtics teams with Larry Bird, they got everybody in the Hall of Fame.
No, they did. It was a different criteria back then. Back then, it was like, you play for the Celtics or Lakers? Yes.
Yeah. Big Game James was that guy, bruh.
Yeah, no. He was solid. He was great. Actually, he was great. He's not solid. But I'm just saying, like, Draymond Green is playing that role. He was the third, like, bruh. Because I think... You said what?
The only person that I think I can agree with you a little bit that he should be above is Kyle Lowry, but everybody else, no.
Yeah, I agree. Even Paul George, who didn't win, I still think at a certain point, individual skill level,
how good you are as a player has to matter.
I'm a little surprised too that Dame and Kyrie aren't flipped. Actually, I'm surprised Dame is above like everybody until Kyle Lowry. Paul George, Kyrie, and Kawhi, I would think will be higher than Dame.
I was just gonna say that, bro. I think Dame's career is not as good as everyone says, bro. I think that Dame's like.
And like when we talk about empty stats, now Dame was a killer. You know, he was a player. It only took him so far. Like,
Yeah.
it only took him so far, and maybe it wasn't his fault. Maybe it was just the way the teams were built. But
How I see it, bro,
Let me
Kawhi
look at
Leonard
it.
joined the Raptors, and they won a championship just
Immediately.
because of him. They
Yeah.
enjoyed the Bucks, and they got worse for a sec.
I mean, right? Yeah. I mean, no, they definitively got worse. They made the wrong choice. They thought it was all about scoring, like I said earlier, but that's just for the top guy, bro. They needed Drew Holiday. I know they missed Drew Holiday, bro.
Yeah. Quick question about bro, what's Draymond Green's comparison, all-time comparison? Like,
In terms
what's the
how he
all-time comparison for
plays.
76%?
who's that 76%?
Yeah,
Oh,
who's at 76%?
let's see. Oh shoot, I'm already past it. Let's see. He's above Embiid, of course.
He's around. He's higher than Rodman. That's fair.
Higher than Rodman.
Oh, okay, so he is gonna make it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the guys with the asterisks did make it. So like Rodman did, Marion didn't.
Dang.
Yeah.
Sean Marion.
Yeah, I know. Shout out, goddamn the Matrix. Draymond is right around this guy I've never heard of.
Richie Green.
A little bit before Chauncey. I mean, a little bit after Chauncey. But y'all are right. If whatever system they're using says Rodman's at 75% because he wasn't a scorer, Draymond used to be above him. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see why goddamn they're disrespecting why they think Damian Lillard was the second coming of Michael Jordan. Because I don't think he should be anywhere close to Nikola Jokic, bro. Y'all know how. Well, I don't know. I know how I feel about Nikola Jokic, bro. I think Nikola Jokic, real talk. I mean, I think he's downgraded because he's not from around here. But Nikola Jokic is genuinely like a top 12 player all time to me.
Yeah, but look, the list only goes so high, Kaim. Like, you know how we were talking about, oh, we compare LeBron differently? If I made this list, LeBron would have a 1.5.
Bro, you can't. The highest is 1.
LeBron could have a 1.5. Jordan could have like a 1.2.
Bruh, Nikola Jokic is scaring me because every single season this goes on, he moves up and up and up in the top 10 ranking. Like,
no,
in the
yeah,
top,
because
top
he's getting better.
He's going to push
he's
someone
getting
off.
better. We're having to force the man not to win MVPs now. Just because and this is because I'm pretty sure the voters, nobody's gonna say it out loud, but I'm pretty sure they're like, okay, bruh, like LeBron has 4, we can't give you 4. Like we cannot give you 4 unless you start averaging Wilt Chamberlain type numbers.
Yeah,
because that's just not fair.
Well, unfortunately, they ruined the system by stopping LeBron from getting them.
Bro.
So now, unless you're the second coming of Jesus, you can't have 4.
Yeah, you can't have 4. Because only a few players have had 4, and they just don't want to put them in that group. If they had a bump LeBron to goddamn 5, then they should give Nikola Jokic 4, like easily. I'm not even saying we're not about this. That's not our topic today. But I just think because from last year to this year he got better. I'm like, what if he continues to get better?
Yeah,
bro. He's averaging a triple double and shooting Steph Curry percentages from 3.
Yeah,
it's not normal.
He's
actually kind of pissing me off.
He's gonna push off a Bill Russell or a Wilt Chamberlain out of the top 10.
He's above them. He's above them for me.
He's above Bill Russell, bro. I'm actually, that's actually a question. Why is Wilt Chamberlain so disrespected compared to his numbers, bro? Because if Wilt Chamberlain's numbers say he's the greatest easily, Wilt Chamberlain's numbers said like he's the GOAT and nobody's even close, except for maybe Jordan a little bit. He averaged 50 in one season, bro.
But didn't he average? Wasn't he playing when he could still dunk from the free throw line? Like when instead of just taking a free throw, you could just jump and dunk. Like there's he averages like he should.
I don't see it.
But also,
no. I sorted it by points.
I was like, what?
Bro, like, as a rookie, he averaged 38.
He was playing against Bob Cousy. Like, what are we talking about here?
Right. Brother, 50 and 26, 44 and 24.
You know,
38 and 27.
You know why it's like this? It's because they didn't segregate basketball like they should have. So the first athletic man to get in there was cooking the boys.
I'm so sorry. When you just say those numbers out loud, it's just comical, bro.
Yeah.
It's comedy.
Bro, look how this is his worst. I'm going from his worst rebounding season ever was 18 rebounds per game. That's not normal.
Bro, if you're the first 7-footer to play in the league, of course, like it's kind of like you're 7 feet tall and you're athletic. It's basically like they had KD in the league back then.
No, I get it, bro.
Except instead of shooting, you just run and dunk. Actually,
It's just,
it's like having Giannis in the league back then.
bro, imagine if you said, all right, yo, this dude, he was averaging 24, 24, and 9.
Bro.
24, 24. That's what he gave you, bro.
You see how many shots he took? That 50
He was taking a lot of shots.
Yeah,
40 shots a game.
I mean, bro, he was efficient. He was an efficient 40 shot.
Remember how LeBron said, if I average 30 shots per game, I would always have 50. Look at it. 40 shots a game. Oh, he did not pass.
Y'all acted like he shot like 40%, though. He was efficient. He was probably the best option.
He was done. He wasn't shooting.
But averaging 20 field goals. Okay.
20 field goals and 17 free throws.
Dang, 17 free throws is OD.
Funny.
He was getting to the line a lot, bro, because they basically couldn't stop him. They basically had to foul.
Shaq rules.
So I'm saying, like, he's like LeBron, bro. He made the All-Star game every single year of his career except for 1 year. That's what the stars mean. I mean, he led the league in scoring. He has got 7 scoring titles. He has like 12 rebounding titles. Because that's the bold. I mean, what more do you want from him? He won the MVP as a rookie.
He was injured.
Okay.
That I think he was.
Oh, yeah, he was injured because he only played 12 games.
Okay.
Yeah, every year he wasn't injured, bruh.
I know that year everybody was like, "Thank you." Finally a break.
He got 4 MVPs. One of them was his first year. That's just OD. They don't even do that anymore. Like, even if you deserve the MVP, if you're a rookie, they're not giving it to you, bro.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you are right, Jay. If he was averaging 38 his first year, 38 and 27, the league was not ready for him.
They weren't. They were like, "Dang, this is a tall guy. I bet he's pretty good." Dunks on everybody. I actually don't know how. I actually want to know. I need some footage to see how they stopped him. Did they just 5-on-1?
I mean, bro,
make the rest of them beat us?
No, yeah. I mean, genuinely, they fouled him. He was never a great free throw shooter. If he was a great free throw shooter, bro, he probably would have averaged 40 damn near every year of his career. So that's just my one weird thing from history, bruh. Whatever happened to Wilt? Like, we act like Wilt's like, oh yeah, he's probably top 20. I'm like, top 20? He averaged 50 and 25. How do you put Bill Russell over him?
Bruh,
Bill Russell was a defense guy.
I think that was pure racism because Bill Russell played with the Celtics. Come on.
Bill Russell has 11 rings.
Now, yeah.
And a player coach.
Yeah, but Grant, remember how we were saying half the Celtics from that era were on that team that are in the Hall of Fame.
I will admit, 11 rings, bro. He only played 13 years. Yo, that's a lot of goddamn rings. Like, you remember how LeBron got 8 finals in a row? Bill Russell has 8 chips in a row.
Well, that's when we monopolized the talent.
He played winning hoops.
All right, bro. Yeah, he played winning hoops. He passed to 4 other Hall of Famers.
Yeah. They did have a Hall of Fame squad. There's no reason to deny
on the bench, they had more Hall of Fame.
It's the general manager. He deserves all that Hall of Fame.
Red Auerbach, bro.
Yeah, for putting together that squad.
That just sounds like a racist name. Propaganda.
I mean, winning. I guess it. Let's be honest. Winning does matter if it gets that egregious. Like, if one player is better, if Wilt's better than Bill Russell, and Wilt has 1 ring and Bill Russell has 3, you're like, nah, Wilt was better. But if Wilt has 1 ring and Bill Russell has 11,
nah, bro.
I kind of get how people are like, you know what? What are you gonna do?
I'm not giving it to Bill Russell. I'm sorry.
I'm not a Bill Russell guy either, actually.
I just say, in a league where a guy averaged 20 rebounds and a guy averaged like 16, one guy averaged 16 points, one guy averaged 50.
I'm not a Bill Russell guy. Now, you can't really say that. He's obviously so important to the game, bro. He's a pioneer, but I'm not a Bill Russell guy, bro. Nah, because if you were good like that, you'd have been doing what Wilt was doing. Now, he was a player coach, which is OD.
They just used to do anything, bro.
They don't even allow that anymore, I'm
I was
pretty
about to say,
sure.
they used to do anything.
Like, can you imagine Chris Paul calling a timeout himself, bro? How do you even have the mental bandwidth?
I'm telling you, LeBron could do it right now.
LeBron would probably be annoying as a coach, bro, because he's probably just gonna call his own number. It can't be a guy that's full score. That's why Bill Russell could do it and Wilt probably couldn't. Because if you're just gonna take 40 shots a game like Wilt, bro, you can't be the coach. That's not fair. It has to be checks and balances. All right, bro. I'll throw this list back up, but
Yeah.
I know we've been going for a little minute, so we can move whenever y'all are ready.
Well, we'll close this out pretty soon. I just want to just take a look at this. Scroll down a little bit more. Kevin Love,
see.
Butler, Embiid.
Let's see some real surprises.
Honestly, the John Wall disrespect.
Yeah, he's getting disrespected crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in terms of the order he is in the list, it seems about right. It just seems like the percentage is very low. It's less than 35.
No chips and no MVPs. That's where you end up. This is that part of the list. That's pretty much that part of the list.
You're right.
Not even any appearances besides Luka. But Luka's
The franchise has been in shambles since he's left. So I think that means something. That means something to me.
Dang, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Scroll down just a little bit more. Hey,
Let's see.
I think the Devin Booker disrespect is kind of crazy.
Yeah, people don't respect him.
Devin Booker below Isaiah Thomas. I mean, let me think about that. Appearance. Yeah, with one finals appearance, I don't know, bro. Isaiah Thomas was 5'10". I feel like that boosts you.
It does, and he will probably be the last short player like that to make an All-Star team.
It was a 5'10" guy averaging 30. That's not normal.
I feel like Drew Holiday is low, but what do I know?
They're not putting him in, bro. I don't know why. He seems like to be a very important part of winning 2 rings now, but I don't think they're putting him in, bro. I actually think part of being in the Hall of Fame, I hate to say it, you also have to just be a certain amount of famous.
Bro, I think Jaylen Brown should be above Pascal Siakam.
Actually, they disrespected both Jaylen Brown and Pascal Siakam.
I mean, no disrespect to Beal. He did average 30, and DeAndre, I think they should be above DeAndre Jordan. That's the real problem.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan, yeah. Let me look at this. Dang, Victor Oladipo gets no love.
It's because he got injured.
Yeah.
He didn't play enough.
Yeah, then you start getting into once you start getting into Kevon Looney, bruh. Yeah,
This is no types of awards at all.
Yeah, bro. These are guys that are just hoping.
Oh my gosh, De'Aaron Fox is there. Oh, he's by Kevon Looney because Kevon Looney got a championship.
Yeah. See, Kevon Looney and Derek White are boosted from championships, and JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee has like 2 championships. So yeah, once you start getting down there, dang, Tristan, KCP, 2-time champ KCP.
Man, Kristaps, no love for Kristaps.
Yeah,
he got a chip.
No love, bro. No love.
Bro, good guys get no love.
That's crazy. 0.1% is crazy. All right, so from the real guys, yeah, I think Jaylen Brown should be higher too. But I don't think this list, one thing I'm realizing about this list, it's doing 0 projection into the future. It's doing all like if you retired today.
Yeah, if it was doing projection, Luka would be like
100%. Yeah, Luka would be way higher.
Mm-hmm.
So if you retired today, did Devin Booker have a worse career than Isaiah Thomas? I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
Because Isaiah Thomas really had like 1 good year.
1 year, bro.
Yeah. It was a great year, but I mean, God,
But Isaiah Thomas's peak was better than Devin Booker's ever was.
That might be true because he was the best player on a conference finals team.
He was like top 5 in MVP voting that year.
Yeah. Let me look at this. Career-wise, I mean, I feel bad for Isaiah Thomas. That's a G League guy now.
That's
Devin Booker was the best player on the finals team.
You're right.
Yeah, and that's why they didn't win.
You're right, though. He did go to the finals as the best guy. Thomas's best year, that MVP year, he averaged 29 points, 6 assists.
Yeah.
Which we do have to just remember, he is 5'10", which is crazy. Like he's like Muggsy Bogues.
I'm saying, is there anybody that's 5'10" that starts in the league anymore?
Yeah. So 28-6 for Booker in his best year. 29-7 for Isaiah Thomas, or 29-6. Comparable. Like you said, you can kind of take your pick there. Booker has Olympic gold medals and he's been to the finals, but Isaiah Thomas is honestly kind of just a legend. Straight up, he's just a legend.
But they won't give him a contract.
Nope.
I'm surprised he can't even be a bench warmer. Like, bro, you're telling me DeAndre Jordan can be a bench warmer, and you're not gonna respect Isaiah Thomas
It's because he's begging too much.
as just a legend? It's ridiculous.
All right.
I respect this. Rudy, honestly, I know hating Rudy is popular, but Rudy with 4 Defensive Player of the Years could probably be a little higher.
Yeah.
The only guy that's up there that's like more of a glue defense guy is Draymond, and he has championships. So I think Rudy's where he needs to be.
Bro, but 4 is not normal, bro.
Yeah, and I don't think he deserves 2. So
Yeah, if Tatum keeps winning, he's gonna go for sure.
Yeah.
Embiid is actually in jeopardy, bro. Like if his career keeps going the hurt way, I think he's actually right on that line.
he might end up like D Rose.
Yeah. Dang. I actually feel bad. But besides that, I mean, yeah, we're good to go. AD, I think AD's in.
I think AD's in too.
Championship, elite guy,
Mhm.
number 1 pick.
And I think almost everybody in the top 20 is in.
Yeah.
Hey, what about I don't know. I actually don't know about Kevin Love.
He's in.
He's in,
Think
bro.
so?
The
He
man
was
used to
dominant
average
in
24
Minnesota.
13.
You said he what?
He averaged 24 and 13.
Well,
Yeah.
I forgot he used to be actually good. I forgot he used to be
Just to
elite.
actually be good.
Yeah, I forgot that, bro. I disrespected him. I was only thinking about him since Cleveland. I forgot before Cleveland, he was giving you got a 26-13, 26-13, 20-15.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot Kevin Love had him a run in Minnesota before Cleveland got him. Then he went to 4 straight finals, won a championship. He's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about our brackets. We went off on the Hall of Fame probability, but let's just quickly talk a little bit about our brackets.
Yeah. Let me get this.
And we'll just show where we're at, where our score
We
is
did a
at.
little challenge this year. We got the 3 in the key
Hey, Jay,
challenge going.
Since I know you're winning, Jay, let's
Yeah.
go through your bracket.
Let's just talk about, bro. I'm in last place, but god dang. Let me change this so it looks like Grant's in last. Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
All right, bruh.
Big
Now,
dude.
let's see what's happening.
Which I think is a good choice.
No,
Let me see if I can.
telling you, Kaim, I was telling Grant, I pick Creighton every year to at least make it out the first round. And I was like, you know what? They keep letting me down. And the year I don't, they win.
They win. Can y'all still see this, or is it too small?
Now I can
Give
see
me
it.
one more.
Bet. Yeah, bro. Creighton, that one is the one that hurt. But I mean, Auburn was a good pick. Let's see. What's the most surprising thing you've gotten right so far?
UNC.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, you picked UNC, but I mean, they haven't played yet.
That squad is sorry, man. That's a bad UNC team.
All right, brother. You got heart. That's all you need in March Madness.
Dang, bro. I mean, yeah, you're dubbing right now. Texas Tech, bruh. I picked Drake. I thought Drake was gonna be the one for me, bruh. I picked Drake.
No, Drake won.
Drake won.
Oh, they did one. Yeah. Oh, dang. I'm tripping. I can't even read.
I was out watching that game. This dude was, I'm sorry, fan. He fell to his knees in the bar. He's like, no.
Bro, that man had bet the mortgage, bruh.
You think so? He was wearing the jersey and everything. I was like, oh no.
I had Missouri going deep, man, and I'm kind of sick about the Drake win. But you don't pick Kansas? Thank God I don't pick Kansas. That team is sorry.
Kansas, yeah. What did you have a let's keep it a bug, bro. Right now you're in first place. Did you have a thought process while you're going through this, Jay? Or was it more so straight feel and vibes?
Well, because I filled mine out about 30 minutes before everything started, I picked the teams that I liked, that I watched a little bit of their games, and then everything else was it was guess. Like,
Yeah.
Well, like
Yes.
like I watch UConn, I watch like Houston, I watch Duke, I watch Illinois, Illinois State actually,
Yeah.
because I live here, and I watch BYU. Everybody else, I have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you still have your Final Four is still alive. UConn, UNC, Duke, and Houston.
Yeah, I
Obviously, a
always
couple of
I
them
always
haven't
pick
played.
UConn to make it deep because I've always been a UConn fan, so I always pick that to make it deep no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Big respect.
And I think that's a good
Big
Final Four. I'm
Yeah.
not as high on UConn, but that's just because they struggled kind of
Let's
during the season.
Yeah, they did.
let's see what Grant had
But
going
it
on.
takes heart.
You're not gonna want to see that bracket. That bracket's gonna be disgusting.
XX.
It's all wrong.
He said
It's all wrong.
XXX. It's all good, bro. You're the college basketball guy. We have to hear your thoughts on this. What was
I
the
did
most
trust Creighton,
heartbreaking pick so far?
bro. That UCSD one, I truly think UCSD was a better squad than Michigan, even after watching the game.
Well, you
So
made us.
that's kind of a painful one. My Cinderella was VCU,
Yeah,
so I didn't trust BYU. Scroll down a little bit more.
yeah. And
Did we talk
BYU,
about
they
BYU? Did we talk about them? How they have nothing fun to do? I thought that when I was picking, I was like, they have nothing else to do but hoop.
But
yeah,
who?
they better be focused.
Scroll down just
They
a little
better
bit more. My Final Four is Florida, Duke,
Yeah.
Clemson, bro. I Clemson the Final Four.
Oh
That's why
yeah,
it hurts.
Clemson.
That's why it hurts. It's Clemson, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't trust McNeese. And then this part of the bracket's bad because I picked Kansas, I picked Missouri. I thought Missouri was gonna make a deep run. So
Yeah,
that I'm all off. I'm all off.
man. Trust me, you're all off, but you actually have more points than me, bro. Out of the teams that are left, though, do you still feel good about Florida, Michigan State, and Duke?
Bro, I don't know anymore. I feel like anything could happen. I feel like there weren't enough crazy games yesterday. I feel like there was a lot of blowouts,
There
like
was.
Yeah,
not a lot of upsets. So I'm scared that today is going to be even more upsets and more like crazy things are going to happen.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think in terms of the
And
first
then,
round, it'll be okay.
I mean, it's all good. These are still all good, bro. Hold on, bro. Somebody has to explain to me why is St. John's good all of a sudden?
Rick Pitino,
I actually watched them play a bit. They look like a real squad.
they got a Hall of Fame coach. The dude
I
who
just mean,
coached Louisville, who used to
yeah,
coach
yeah, yeah,
Louisville.
yeah. Rick Pitino, that makes sense. I just think like all the other 1 through 4 seeds are teams that are always there. Like it just makes sense. Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, Houston. Like I've heard of these teams, Duke, Auburn. I'm like, dang, St. John's. But that makes sense. They got Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino is a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah. So then they play defense.
Hey, who's your favorite team to watch?
It's currently in the tournament right now.
I mean, yeah, I
Honestly,
guess,
UC
yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah, the UC San Diego was a fun team to watch because they played
Yeah,
defense and shot a lot of threes. But
yeah.
scroll down a little bit more.
Let's
I
see.
would say low key New Mexico. New Mexico's a good team to watch. I have them upsetting Marquette. Oh, is this my bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have them upsetting Marquette. And scroll down a little bit more. Oklahoma. In terms of
Oh,
a
yeah,
fun
you
team
got
to
him
watch,
over UConn.
Sorry,
they
bro.
may not win, but they're a fun team to watch, and they have a great freshman who's going to the league. So.
Yeah, I respect that, man.
Mhm.
I can quickly run through mine. Dang, now
Yeah.
y'all are seeing how many leagues I'm in. Y'all don't deserve to see that. All right. So mine was a little different, bruh. I started off with all the highest seeds. Then I was like, all right, let me go through and manually pick my upsets. I picked UC San Diego over Michigan because there's always a 12-5 upset. And, bruh, I knew Grant liked UC San Diego, and I respected him as a man. So I chose him to go all the way to the Sweet 16. That's not good. What else happened here? Yale, I picked them because they're an Ivy League school.
Yeah, I pick Yale too.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Ivy League, there's going to be some upsets. Let's do it. What's happening here? I thought I picked Vandy here. Must not have done it on accident. I thought I picked Vandy because my girl went to Vandy. But I guess I couldn't allow myself to go over St. Mary's. What else happened? Oh, yeah, then Georgia. Georgia let me down. I went to Georgia, so I picked them, and they got schmacked. They got schmacked like it was a 215, bruh.
Yeah.
Then what else? I picked Colorado State because Vegas says Colorado State's better, even though they're a 12 seed. I picked Drake because over here it's OVO. Over here it's OVO, bruh. And then I picked UNCW because my mom teaches there. And now Drake and UNCW are out. And I had UNCW going all the way to the goddamn Sweet 16.
No, Drake's in.
So, Drake won.
No, I said UNC.
Yeah.
I had UNCW. You're right. I don't know why I keep thinking Drake's out. That's the second time I've said that. I don't know why I keep thinking that. But yeah. Besides that, my Final Four is still in here. Wisconsin, St. John's, Michigan State, Tennessee. Boom. I feel pretty good about it.
We're not going to gloss over one thing, which I saw the UCLA disrespect over there in the corner.
Yeah.
You thought they were going to lose Utah State?
Yeah.
Utah State?
You had to pick a 7-10 upset. I'm like, you know what? F it. Bro, UCLA, they're bigger in name. I got to watch those ones that are big in name. That's why I picked Troy right here, as you can see.
Wow.
I picked Troy. I'm like, bro, some of these teams are skating by on name alone. I'm not for that.
Yeah, but Kentucky's actually good this year, bro.
Yeah, I don't believe in Coach Cal, bro. Coach Cal, if he was a good coach.
They got rid of Coach Cal.
Yeah.
See,
they said,
I don't watch college hoops.
They said
that's what you guys are now figuring out.
We give you all this talent, and you
actually look. You disrespected Coach Cal, and he's at Arkansas. He just busted down Kansas. So
yeah, I forgot he went to Arkansas. He definitely did. I remember that now. Yeah, the truth is, I'm learning the sport.
I understand.
Like honestly, this year, in the past 12 months, I've probably watched more women's hoop than college hoops. Honestly. Because Caitlin watches, I'm looking.
Well, all right. Those are our picks for the NCAA March Madness. We'll continue to update you as we go throughout next week and see where we're running at next week. Yeah. That concludes our podcast for the day. You can watch us on Spotify, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, any place you want to find a podcast. So, great seeing y'all. Peace out.
Called the